EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it's cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Goldman on the stop.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Now Mayfield. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
6-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And Tate's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play action, Garoppolo. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Here we go. 120. Wait.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Garoppolo now. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
2nd down and goal.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harris Campbell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and downfield, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now an option play on 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. On play action, now Garoppolo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
20! And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have moved out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the gun, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away.
that drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Goose. Wide, get wide.
Mayfield off the play fake. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And it's complete. Hooper. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Score Browns 49, Steelers 14.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Big stop, let's go. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got him.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. They run out of the gun with Swift. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Browns' 36-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 12.
Garoppolo now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Running is Swift. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Harrison on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 14.
The Steelers on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 51. All right, T, let's 65. Under crunch. Show it up.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
4th down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Now, this linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up
the Browns on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Swift. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time.
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.